Bagpipes is what I saw, Aquarius, when I felt the energy behind your cards. And if there was an instrument that more embodies your sign, it would be the bagpipes. Well, maybe the accordion also embodies your sign, I would say, because you guys are the weirdos. You guys are the kind of like off-kilter people that generally in the minority group. And I feel like there's just not a lot of people playing the bagpipes. But looking at your cards down here, there is a sense of kind of like giving something a shot, doing something weird and off kilter, kind of like starting your own business. Like, let's say you're starting your own business and that business is weird, like completely strange and off kilter. Like you're a llama farmer, you know, and you're gonna sell llama socks. You're gonna make the things out of the fur or whatever. You know, something weird is what's on your mind. Maybe this is a business idea. Maybe this is just a path that you want to take in life. And then the other thing I picked up on when I was feeling the energy behind your cards was grapes and a fish, symbols for like abundance. So fish, grapes, those are all symbols for having plenty, right? Having prosperity, because it's like food and you have food in your fridge. So there is a sense of trying to, maybe this is a livelihood, you know, an eccentric way of making your livelihood. Like, let's say, for example, you guys are thinking of living off the grid. That would definitely be fool energy. That would definitely be bagpipe energy, because it's weird, it's off kilter, it's not mainstream. It's not mainstream. And living off grid would be like that. And then we've got Three of Wands, which speaks of like, if you actually look at the picture, it speaks of like being in an open environment. There's not a lot of people surrounding this person in the Three of Wands. Let's actually take a look at the next couple cards and see if we can get any more information. Okay. So there's been some dissatisfaction with the way things have been going. Now, it's almost like you've told yourself you were satisfied for a long time. You're like, I'm fine. This will be fine. I can keep this going forever. And it's reached a point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. And so you're ready to try something eccentric, to try something off the beaten path. And I do think this has to do with your livelihood. I think this has to do with the way of making your daily bread, a way of having, your finances work out. And it's because the past things you've been doing have not been working. Like, let's say you've really been telling yourself you're happy in a 9-to-5 job and you've been miserable. That's the Seven of Swords and the King of Cups, especially with the moon. And now you're just like, nope, I gotta try something different. Maybe I'll do my own YouTube channel. Maybe, like I said, I'm gonna go off the grid. Something like you're kind of, like I said, this feels pioneering. It feels off kilter with the Fool here, especially. On the bottom we have Three of Swords reversed. Is to get away from the situation that you had told you was okay, but you realized you can't live with. The situation that you can't live with anymore. It's just you realize, but there's still actually no clear-cut path. Underneath the Three of Swords reversed, we've got the Eight of Swords. There's still no clear-cut path to actually making this solvent. So let's pull more Oracle cards and see if we can find out more information on what this is, if you can make it solvent, if it's a good idea, how you can go about doing it. Let's see if we get out of the Oracle cards, and then we'll pull advice. Tell me more for Aquarius, please. Anything else for Aquarius? Whoa! All right, 9 and Uranus. Uranus is like a light bulb. So whatever idea you guys have now, that, like I said, it's a weird idea, it's off kilter, it might be a weird business proposal, a weird business model, but it's a good idea. Uranus is a light bulb. It's revolution. It is, lightning strikes and you can suddenly see everything in front of you for a split second. So it's a moment of ingenuity. And then with the number 9 here, that's skills. You can do this too. It's a good idea that you actually can accomplish with the 9. The 9 is a number for like how far you can go. Do you have the mastery and the skills required? You do, because if you didn't, the 9 would be reversed. All right, so let's take a look at what else there is here. Let's pull a couple more cards. Whoa, faded. So whatever this eccentric path is that you guys want to take, first of all, the advice is, I don't even have to pull advice. This is embedded advice. It's faded. There's a reason why I have the tattoo of the universal hexagram on my hand, and it's because it's a really important symbol. It's a really important card in this deck, and it stands for spiritual alignment and purpose, and being aligned with your purpose. So this is aligned with your purpose, this idea, no matter how strange it is. Maybe it literally is you guys taking up professional bagpiping. And if that's what it is, then go for it. Because first of all, there's an opportunity somewhere in your environment. someone will give you an opportunity to follow through with this idea, no matter how weird it is. The bridge is there. There's a path to it, okay? You do need to walk the path before you see where it goes. The torch is kind of like seeing it as you go. Like in the dark, the torch lights up only your immediate vicinity, right? And in this case, you're only going to see your immediate vicinity, but you're going to have to trust the cards in saying that the opportunities are there. You won't see them until you get to them, but they'll be there. Every time you get to a point where you're like, oh geez, is this going to work out? It will, because doors are open for you. The bridge exists for you. And this idea is a sound idea. It's a good idea. You can do this. You're supposed to do this. Wow. So this is a really good direction for you Aquariuses. So again, in order to figure out what I'm talking about, think of the most eccentric and weird idea that you have had, that you have kind of like been sitting on, but you haven't really been able to figure out a way to maybe make it solvent. It's a good idea. Whatever it is, go back to it, rethink it. It's a good idea. Let's see what we get for advice and see if anything else comes up for you guys. Anything else here for Aquarius, please? Oh, anything else? Hold on a sec. Get another card. Wow. Okay, so it's gonna make money. Six of Pentacles is you receiving money, and it could be that you might have to put in an investment to get this idea off the ground. In which case, put in the investment. You know, if there's an amount of money that you need, like a loan you need to get a business idea off the ground or whatever, it doesn't have to be a business. That's just what's coming to mind. Whatever it is your project or this eccentric idea is, if you need money to get it off the ground, get a loan. Because like I said, in the end, it'll work out. Six of Wands is straight up success. Six of Wands is you succeeded with a very specific thing that you were set out to do. It is not like grand, lifelong goals. It is a very specific thing that you set out to do. But first, you either have to put in money, or this is just saying you'll be successful in making money. On the bottom, we do also have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is it may not be like instant, okay? Even though it's a good idea, I mean, things take a little of time to build. So keep that in mind too. Seven of Pentacles is a build. You don't get to the 7 without going through the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, okay? And that is the idea behind the Seven of Pentacles, is you have to work up to it. But like I said, the bridge is there. The opportunity is there. Fate is on your side. Destiny is on your side. So follow through with this idea, no matter how weird it is. I'm gonna keep saying that. Let me see what comes out with the Oracle card. Anything else here for advice for my Aquariuses, please? Anything else here for Aquarius? Whoa. Cards are now just repeating exactly what I've been repeating, which is do it, go for it, go get that thing, go get that, make that business happen. Because you stand to actually end up, let's say it's a business idea, well, you stand to end up as king, the crown. The crown puts you as like, I don't know, the CEO of the company, the boss. When you do this, you'll be put in a higher position. Like instead of middle class, you'll be upper class. This is sort of like an upgrade to your status. So that is what this idea gets you. It gets you an upgrade to your status, whether that's, middle class to upper class, whether that is, I don't know, supervisor to manager, whatever it might be. This gives you an upgrade to your status in life, and it gets you ahead. The foot. It gets you ahead in a lot of ways in life. Let's see what else there is. All right, so a lot of things here in these next 3 cards. We've got the Queen, and it's showing up next to Sagittarius with the sword here. This is, again, the sword is about the idea. It's just reiterating the idea, and I think it's not just a good idea. It's like you have the idea crystallized clearly. It's not just like something you wrote down one sentence of. You've really thought about it, and the idea is well thought out. That's what I have with Sagittarius and the sword here. Excuse me, and also with Sagittarius, there's a sense of going big or going home. That's what Sagittarius does. Go big or go home. And if you do this, again, the advice with all of this is go big. Go big because you won't go home, because you'll end up with the crown. You'll end up as king and queen. Look at this, and queen, king and queen. The queen, well, actually, this is the crown. So, I mean, the crown is your title, and the queen is control. It's having the ability to tell people what to do. And there is a bit of a sense of luxury with the queen too here, right? So it's a good idea, and it's gonna get you far. That's what this is saying. See what's on the bottom. The princess. So it's like the reason maybe you guys haven't gotten this off the ground is because you're the princess right now. You're not the queen yet. You'll be the queen once this idea is over. The princess is immature and inexperienced, or maybe just lacks confidence to follow through with a really good idea that they don't have confidence about. So you guys are showing up as the queen, and you have to keep walking. You have to keep going. Keep going, because you can end up as the queen. Yeah, you know, guy or girl. This is not a gender thing. This is just a card thing. But yeah, you guys are like the little guy. You're inexperienced. Like, let's say you're starting a new company where you've never done this before, right? So it's like, despite all that, you might be tempted to give up because you are the little guy and you've never done something before. You're so inexperienced as the princess. And again, the advice is to push through that and do it anyway. That's the advice. All right, guys. So, Aquarius, that's going to be your reading. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to check out Patreon. I have some more stuff for your sign over there too. So if you want to know more about what's going on this month, check that out. I would appreciate some support. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.